were great. One of them just pawed the hell out of my foot, you know. I'm sitting there trying to keep that TV personality smile on, going, I feel great tonight. No! Man, whew. Anyway, being part of a show which has a cult following is really not new to this gentleman you're going to see now. Fans still remember him from The Invaders and most recently Dark Shadows. Let's bring him out, Roy Thinnis.
Comrade Rick.
Comrade.
The white horse asked for your phone number.
Yeah. You've actually been in Westerns. You've ridden horses before.
Oh, yes, yes.
How is your relationship with horses?
Well, a lot of the movie horses are overtrained, you know, and James Caan and I years ago played the James Brothers on Death Valley days. And I had a horse who would not stop. He was a great rider. Jimmy got off that horse on a moving dismount. He was excellent. My horse would continue walking through the picket fence and chew on the bushes. And I was trying to look like a hero. This horse would not stop. They finally had to hide a wrangler behind the fence and scream at the horse to stop him.
So you and horses, maybe one like this, 3 feet tall.
That would have helped. I could have stopped him with my feet. I could have put my heels into the dirt.
You know what you ought to do? I was thinking, it's a terrible way to think, but I said, get these and breed them. You could have a great house if you sell 4 of them real fast.
And you could raise little cowboys.
That'd be good, too. Let's get over to Dark Shadows. Several people were just asking.
Dark Shadows.
Yes. Has it been canceled?
No, the fans have taken over. The power of the fans.
Good for them.
You know that, you know, from Memphis, all the fans you have there.
Funky.
My wife was one.
Was she really? Oh, thank you.
The fans are picketing NBC in New York and Chicago and LA. The letters are pouring in. And they're not, it's not a hostile picket. They're not striking and saying we demand. They're supporting the show. And as a result, they've written more scripts, and they haven't announced yet. That'll be May 15th or thereabouts, what the new season will be. But I trust they'll rerun them anyway.
Sure. Are you in?
Yes, I'm in.
Good.
Reverend Trask.
Of course you are. There are a lot of ghosts and crazy things in there. Do you actually believe in the occult?
Well, there are a lot of things that have happened that are hard to resist. It just makes great drama. Vampire movies and vampire shows have always been tremendously successful. And Dark Shadows has one of the greatest followings. They have conventions every year, twice a year, once in New York and once out here in Los Angeles, where 25,000 people will come in costume.
I know. And they run the black and white reruns. They do the whole thing.
Yes.
Wow.
It's amazing.
So, ghosts.
Ghosts.
You kind of skirted the issue there. I mean, do you believe in ghosts or don't you?
I deal with invaders from other planets. That's where my experience lay.
UFOs, then?
They're still among us. Yes.
You think so?
Oh, they're among us. Definitely.
Have you ever seen a UFO?
I saw a UFO. It was the week that the invaders...
Now, this isn't going to be a joke, is it?
No, no.
You actually saw a UFO?
I did. I saw it on the horizon out in the valley. I was driving west, saw it on the horizon. It was coming down white. It went behind the horizon, and it came up on the right, multicolored, dashing off into space.
What was the shape?
Well, I couldn't tell the shape. I was too far away. It wasn't a real close encounter. It was an encounter of a kind. But it was the week that the invaders was going on the air, and I thought, what do I do? Report this and look like a self-serving actor who's trying to get publicity? I can't do this. Well, within an hour, I heard reports of it on the radio. One of the writers for the invaders had called in from Malibu. She and her son had seen it.
So you should have done it. You'd have gotten some great publicity.
Well, I guess I would have.
Come on, Roy. That's what it's all about.
Oh, chump.
I would have done it.
Well, if I have another opportunity, I will do it. Would you have done it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, I saw a UFO last weekend.
Would you like to tell me about it?
I did. I was out with my wife, and this is exactly what happened. We were parked up around Mulholland Drive, and we saw a light flashing, kind of a cigar-shaped thing, and we saw something flash by the car, and it burned us both beyond recognition.
God,
I was sucking you in there. No, I'm dying to see a UFO. Do you think there's life on other planets and in other galaxies?
I think so. I think a lot of people believe that.
God, you were really into that, weren't you?
Well,
I am. Let's go over to some other things that you do, because I wanted to touch on boating, too. You still into the boats and all?
Yes, 2 weeks from now, we're going to be in the Newport Ensenada race. I just crew for a friend who has a boat.
Oh, that's got to be a fantasy come true, though.
Well, it is. It can be a fantasy come true. It can also be a nightmare. We tried this once before, and we got about 5 miles from Newport, and you can see San Onofre, the power plant, which is lit up like daylight, even at night. I mean, it's this awesome, bright station.
Nuclear glow.
Yeah. And we were looking for a wind. We were trying to tack back and forth inside this corridor, looking for wind, and nothing would happen. And we'd get excited. Suddenly, wind would come up, and we'd all start screaming. We'd be changing the tack. And 10 minutes later, we'd see San Onofre again. It would be behind us, to the right, to the left. We sat there for about 7 hours. And then one of us had the nerve to go down and wake up Bucky, our skipper, and say, "Do you have any instructions? What shall we do?"
He said, "Yeah, buy what?
Newport for breakfast."
Or buy a motor.
Yeah.
Buy an outboard.
Well, come a deuce, good luck. I hope we make it this year.
You will. You will make it this year. Dark Shadows in May, we're going to find out for sure. May 12th. Roy, thank you, buddy. It's a pleasure. We'll be back. Stay up.